What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Not a video I really want to be making today because I did not think this was actually going to be a thing. I actually planned on making this type of video, but it was just going to be how they can make the shit better for the Paladins Premier League or the Paladins esports better as a whole. But as you guys can tell by the title, we're going to be discussing pretty much what happened today. They high-res, at least for Paladins, discontinuing esports for Paladins. I don't know. Maybe it was obvious. I don't know. For me, it was kind of obvious. It was just a matter of time. I know a lot of people are really pissed because now a lot of the pro players that are playing Paladins are going to move on to different games. Like, I don't care. Whatever. But before we do get into this, we got a thing that statement they actually did put out, and there's some more stuff I want to talk about. Before I get into this, if it was you guys' first time here, leave a like, subscribe. Appreciate all you guys' support lately on the videos. Really, honestly appreciate it. Really helps me out. I'm not going to waste any more guys' time. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I was actually planning on making a video about the Paladins esports scene. I was just waiting to, actually, because I was actually putting together a video. I was actually in the process of putting together a video for this, which was probably going to be released, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks from now. I was actually going to make a video about the Paladins esports scene going into the rest of 2021 and what they need to do to get it back on its feet. And then legit today, like legit on Martin Luther King Day of all days, we get this announcement. Competitive update. You guys have probably already read this. If you guys have already read the small little statement they put out, there's not really going to be much on screen apart from me talking. So if you guys just want to tab out and listen to me talk, that's fine. After leaving a like, by the way, that would be appreciated. But hey, champion, it's been a while since we wrapped up the PWC Paladins World Championships. Everybody's been wondering our plans for esports in 2021. After much consideration, we have decided to move forward not to move forward, and pretty much what they're saying is they're discontinuing Paladins esports. They're not going to support it anymore. It's getting pretty much cut away from everything. No longer a thing. We have decided to not move away with another season of Paladins esports operations. If you watch the Paladins segment on High Res Presents Keynote, you know what the Paladins team has dropped a ton of amazing content, blah, blah, blah. New champion, battle pass, whatever the fuck they want to go on about. They want to make it seem all good, but I don't know, guys. This is actually a huge red flag. I don't know about you guys, but the majority of the games that can't fund esports and end up dropping their esports end up dying a year or two later. So this is a huge red flag. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually scared, at least as a content creator, for like the longevity of the game. Just because the majority of a lot of the other games that usually lose or end up having to rework their entire Paladins esports scene and it not working out usually end up not being a thing within like the next year or two. So I'm not 100% sure how I really feel about this. I don't know. I'm more scared than anything. I don't give a shit about the Pro League, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. I quit watching the Pro League after, I think, Season 2 or whatever it was. I think it was towards the end of that. That's where it kind of went off. Whenever, I think, Pretty Hair and Evan Rainday left, that's when I quit watching because the esports after that were fucking garbage. That's what I'm going to talk about after I'm done reading this. But and how pretty much the Paladins esports scene pretty much fell on the ground and they couldn't pick it up anymore, pretty much. Which I'll talk about a number of reasons why it kind of got to the low point where it did. Based on feedbacks from fans and players alike, it was clear we did not deliver a satisfactory esports experience with the PPC. I don't know, guys. Did you guys pay attention to the view counts for the Paladins World Championships this year? The EU Championship Finals had 800 people watching for the finals. On Twitch, it had around 800 people for the fucking finals championship game for EU. I think the US, NA finals, had around 900 to possibly around 1100. Like, I went and looked at the view counts. That's all I know. I did not watch the games at all because I was at work, but I really don't care. This is actually the first season. Season 3 is the first season that I barely ever watched any Paladins esports and did not watch the championships at all. all the other seasons since I started playing the game back in like almost 3.5 years ago now, or whenever it got first released on Switch, 2.5, 3 years ago, whatever. I think for season 2, I watched the majority of the games, and I watched the championships live. Like around that time, I think they had like 15 to 20K live viewers that entire weekend for the Paladins World Championships. They could barely pull 1,000 viewers on Twitch for the Paladins World Championships this year. Granted, it's way different because COVID is a thing, and they didn't have DreamHack live. But when you expect more viewers online than when they have it in person, I don't know. Like they go from having 15 to 20K viewers a year prior for season 2, and then they go down to barely being able to pull 1,000 viewers for World Championships a year later, when the majority of people are on at home with no jobs, and on a weekend where most people are usually around and should be able to watch. We know this news comes as a disappointment to many players. Rather continue to divert funds. Here's what they're trying to say. They're going to divert funds to a competitive scene that is no longer seeing meaningful engagement, aka it's dead. I think another thing that really caused this is Mixer. If you guys do not know Mixer, Mixer was a streaming platform that got ended back in, I think, June or July. The whole thing got taken down because they could not fund it anymore. Paladins got a huge contract from Mixer, which they probably lost an insane amount of money on, to stream exclusively on Mixer for the Paladins Pro circuit and the Pro League. With Mixer being gone, they lost an extremely huge amount of money. I think that's one of the real reasons why we're not going to be getting any more esports for Paladins. One of many reasons. There's a lot of other shit which I will talk about, but I think one of the main reasons they lost a ton of money from Mixer, because Mixer's no longer a thing and it went out prematurely early. I think they had like a 3-year deal. I read somewhere. I'm not 100% if that's true. I have no idea. But I heard they had a 3-year contract with Mixer to Extreme and put all their games exclusively on Mixer, and now they're back on Twitch and I think on YouTube once in a while. But I know they're on Twitch. I'm not 100% sure if they're 100% on YouTube, whatever, but what else? We're looking for any players who are looking to play competitive in Season 4. We encourage you to check out many community tournaments available for you to compete in. So they're going to, pretty much what they're saying is they're going to support community tournaments. They're just not going to fund them themselves with their own cast and do the games themselves. So they don't lose any money. That's what they're trying to say. They'll give a small crystal prize for community tournaments just to be there and support community tournaments, but they're not going to be the ones taking the downfall for the loss of money and loss of profit for nobody watching the games. So, thank you again to all the pro players, fans, staff, whatever. Here's a few things that I do want to talk about, which, I don't know, this video might be like 20 minutes long, but I was going to make an entire video about this anyways, so I might as well get it all off my back in this video. That entire other video is going to be nixed because esports isn't going to be a thing anymore, so I might as well say it now. Ever since Paladins esports went on a decline, if you guys want to know, once it went on decline, was back, I think, mid-Season 2. End of Season 2, there was, I don't know, 15 to 20K live viewers for the Paladins World Championship, the NA and the EU Finals, whatever it was. I think Navi won that one. I think it was Fnatic and Navi in the finals, I think it was, whatever. The one pre-COVID era, whatever that one was. I don't know how to remember 100% who actually won it. I think it was Navi, but you have a bunch of organizations pulling out because they're not getting enough funding. That's one huge reason. How many reputable organizations, guys, have you seen for at least for Season 3 in the Paladins World Championships? I don't think I've heard of any of these organizations. Like Navi, yeah, you see them in a lot of the other games, a lot of other stuff. Like Smite has Ghost Gaming, they have Navi, they have Renegades. Like, what happened to the Renegades? Renegades used to be in Paladins. They had all these other teams. All the teams that were in Paladins are now over in Smite, and they're still in Smite, but now they're no longer in Paladins after Season 2. They lost a lot of their huge organizations that were pulling a majority of the views, because the organizations, they bring viewers because people follow them, right? Or at least a decent amount of people do. They were bringing those viewers into the streams, at least a good number of them. Those big organizations dropped out because they weren't getting and making enough money, at least with the contracts that they were getting from at least high res or from whatever streaming platform they were on currently. I think back then it was still Twitch. I think that was before Mixer was a thing. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but they weren't being paid enough. They couldn't pay their players enough from contract standpoint. They pulled out. A lot of the major organizations pulled out. Like, what ones were there even in Season 3? Like, I don't even know. Like, granted, I did not watch at all, but I don't think there was, like, really any reputable names, at least for, like, brands and, like, for this Season 3 championships. Another thing, the games, guys, are fucking boring. Who is going to, in their right mind, if you are not like somebody that has their account linked and is just there to get the free rewards for watching a Twitch stream, the only reason majority of people are going to be watching, like half the viewers, at least like a third to a half of the viewers, I guarantee, are people that just throw the stream on their computer, go AFK, and then they just let the stream run to get the free rewards, like the Cold Snap Furious skin, a few sprays, and a bunch of other recolors that you get for watching Twitch streams and the Paladins World Championships and all that type of other stuff. Like, there's no reason to watch because the games are fucking boring. Ever since they got rid of Evan Rain Day, which he went away and he's casting, I think, Apex Legends now. Good for him. He's doing wonderful wherever he is away from Paladins. I just wish he'd never left. And then they got rid of Pretty Hair. Ever since they got rid of those two casters, the game has not been the same for at least esports, in my honest opinion. Those two casters, along with Goremizer, were the triple duo that made esports fun and exciting to watch. Those three guys were the best casters Paladins ever had. On the update shows, even on the update shows, they were great. They brought excitement to the update shows. They were there every time. Ever since Pretty Hair went away, which he got moved over to Rogue Company, the guy is delegated to on Fridays to doing VOD reviews and highlight clip reels on Fridays, guys. Believe it or not, that's what Pretty Hair is now doing. He got moved over to Rogue Company, and they got him doing highlight reels and top play clip reviews on Fridays afternoons, guys, for Rogue Company. Like, they moved him over to Rogue Company and took him away from his caster position on Paladins to move him for that, and then do shitty skits on the update showcases, or at least for the high res present showcase, he did one. I don't know. I thought that was real dumb, but granted, I don't think he would have been nearly as good without Evan because those two percent clicked the way it was. So that was like the best duo, and then you add Goremizer. Goremizer is still on the casting desk, but he's never there nearly the amount he should be. He's probably the best only caster they really have left. I'm not taking anything away from the casters that are still there. I think Dolson, I think, is still there. I'm not 100%. He was one of the ones that was there for quite a while already. He just sounds boring. I'm not going to say anything else. Don't take anything offense. I'm just going by what I see and like the average viewer standpoint that would really never really watch, just tune in for a stream like once in a while. If you're not going to get a person's attention on like the first time they're going to tune into a stream and they don't see excitement and they see it's boring, they're never going to tune in again. That's probably the case for a lot of people. They had Fawn, which I think was a Smite caster. I don't know why he was casting Paladins. They needed casters. They got Fawn. The guy knew nothing about the game. He did not know what he was doing. He felt like he was like on Planet 9 every time he was casting. At least the games I've seen with him, maybe he improved if he was still casting the games. I don't know. But him as a caster was awful. He knew nothing about the game. He brought no excitement to the game. And then we have Kresnik, which used to be a coach, I think, for, I don't know, it was one of the esports teams. I forgot which one it was. He went from being a coach to getting a position in the casting department for Paladins esports. I don't know, bro. Like, he brings a really good perspective to actually used to being a pro player for the game. But apart from that, he sounds like my fucking 8th grade math teacher on a Friday afternoon, standing at the board and explaining a lesson. Like, he sounds like dull. Like, I appreciate everything that he brings, and like the competitive insight and the player insight from having experience playing the game. But he just doesn't bring any excitement to the game. Like, I don't know. Like I said, guys, let me know in the comments down below. But I think ever since Rain Day and Pretty Hair got moved away from the game and they left the game, Pretty Hair is over in Rogue Company doing Twitch clip VODs, highlight reels on Friday afternoons now. And then Rain Day is over casting Apex and doing stuff with Apex Legends. Good for him. But I think ever since those two casters left Paladins Esports, it just has not been the same. Then once in a while, they'll have some random people casting the games that you'll never hear of. They'll take some people from Smite. I think once in a while, Isaiah might be on, Titan Isaiah. I think I've seen him on one day. They'll take like random people from Smite that know nothing about the game, plug them in, have them do a couple games per week, whatever. But the only really good caster they had left, in my honest opinion, was Gormizer, and he's usually only doing like 3 games a day. Like, you're lucky to get him even 1 game a day, maybe like 3 games a week, whatever. Like I said, I've never really watched even for the season 3 very much. I caught maybe a handful of games. Whatever. The only thing I don't even feel bad for the pro players, because I actually knew somebody that was a pro player that is no longer a pro player anymore, that actually was for, I think, season 2. Pretty much what he told me is he was making $50 a week playing 40 hours a week. He was playing the game nonstop, I think like 40 hours a week. He had like a schedule where he needed to be on and practicing with scrims and everything like for a certain number of hours a week. And I think he was making $50 per week under an org. So if it's still the same, I don't know. But if you're making $50 a week and was that $200 a month from fucking playing esports, then you're better off just working a part-time job. Like, come on. I can go over to Overwatch and you can make probably triple that just being a beginner player over there for like a shitty organization. Like, come on now, bro. I don't know if that was true. That's just what I got told. Whatever. I don't know if that's even still the case. But like, if you're a pro player that was actually playing this game still and you're shit out of luck. Like, I mean, if you want to play Rogue Company, I wouldn't say it's really on the up and up, but it's better than Realm Royale, and I guess it's right alongside Smite. If anything, if there's any pro players watching this video, if you guys still want to stay with like a high-res game, move over to Smite. Smite is probably the best game going for high-res right now. Probably the most fun game, in my honest opinion, as well. At least with Season 8, everything is looking up, views are up, like everything with Smite right now is on fire. I don't know. But I really don't feel bad for like any of the pro players either. It just comes down to whatever you guys really want to do. Like, yeah, you guys are shit out of luck, but you're like not really out of luck because you're not really missing out on anything. Like, great, I could see if you were making like thousands of dollars playing for an org, but I don't know. Maybe you were making like $100 or $200 a week. I have no idea. Maybe that all could have changed as well with COVID, because I know they couldn't have like a team house or whatever and actually go to the headquarters in person to do games like they used to be able to do. But I don't know. If there is a pro player and wants to give me some insight on how much they were actually making, if they're allowed to say that, or how stuff was, at least playing for the Paladins Pro Circuit in the comments, let us all know. That'd be great. I'll pin your comment. But apart from that, I don't know, I kind of ranted a lot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I also think they could have did a lot more like promoting of that Paladins Esports. How many people actually know that Paladins Esports was a thing? If you don't even follow any of the high-res games, how do you know Paladins Esports was a thing? Like, I see Overwatch advertising the Overwatch League on fucking side. I had a fucking Pepsi bottle, or I think it was a Coca-Cola bottle a couple weeks ago that had a logo of the Overwatch League logo on the side of the fucking the Coca-Cola bottle. Like, Overwatch League has fucking logos on fucking Coca-Cola bottles promoting their Overwatch League, and it's not even currently going. And Paladins doesn't do any promotion. I don't know. That's also another thing I think that's kind of downfall of the entire pro circuit or pro league. Not enough advertising, like nobody knew about it. Like you can't expect more viewers to go to it if nobody knows about it. Poor spending, poor money management. I have no idea. I don't know. Does this mean we're going to still be getting a Champions skin pack for 2021? Because I think whoever the fuck won this year, I don't even know. Whoever won, I think it was Fnatic or not. Or I don't even know who it was. Actually, I don't even know. I don't even think that team's a thing still. Whoever won this year will be getting a deluxe skin pack for the championship team this year. Is that still a thing, or is that nixed as well? I don't know. Like the similar thing they did with Na'Vi, they gave us Na'Vi Meldon, but I think Bucky leaves Buck. Are we going to be getting something similar with the championship team this year? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Well, thanks for stopping by. I don't know, Paladins Esports dead. Just wanted to do a video because I planned on doing one anyways. Got it all out in one video. Hopefully you guys tabbed out and listened to me talk. Apart from that, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, share, subscribe if you're new. See you guys for future video. Thanks for stopping by.